Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 3. The chapter which we are related with is rectification of errors. These 5 entries are given in your question and one by one we will start. So first entry is saying return inward is overcast. So why not we should write narration first. Return return inward is for God it is overcast. So let's write return inward is overcast. Now first you will understand what is return inward. The word is clarifying that it is return. When you will sell your goods at first step, understand it. When you will sell your goods will go out. And when your customer would not like it, customer would return it. That is why it is return. When customer is returning, goods are coming back, and it means that it should be debited. So original side of return in is debit. I am repeating. Original side of return in is debit. As you can see, inward mean goods are coming in, so that should be debited. But what had happened? It is overcast. First entry is overcast. In overcast we choose the opposite side. Return inward, original side is debit. In case of overcast you will choose the opposite side, and that is credit. So here you will write return inward, yeah, return in. But here problem starts. There is nothing to be written on debit side. So we understood that if in second question as well, if there is nothing to be written, to fill that space, we will write suspense. In this way, our entry has been completed. Amount is 200. Let's put 200 on debit side, and same amount we are supposed to write on credit side. And this was your A entry, and it has been completed. Now again you people will ask, we haven't used these two columns yet, and why we are not using, you will come to know little later. This is fixed for actual or omitted entry, and this is for wrong or the mistake we have done. So we will use these columns, but right now they are unnecessary, unneeded. So you may just skip these two columns. Now we will see our B entry, which states that return outward. Out, that means goods are going out. We can understand it, but here I will let you know how. When you will buy your goods, goods will come in. What I have said, when you will buy, when you will purchase your goods, goods will coming in. Goods will be coming in. Now you don't like your goods, and due to dissatisfaction, you are returning these goods. So where these goods will go? When you bought these goods, goods came in, and now you don't like it, goods will go out. That is why it is return out, which we understood that goods will be going out. The commodity goods or things which are going out should be credited. All right, now what happened? Return outward overcast. Here we will just change it. Return inward would be replaced by return outward. Again, return out mean goods are going out. Its original place is credit. Once again, original place is credit, and it is overcast. In overcast, we will choose the opposite side. So that is why return out would be written on debit side. Should I repeat once again? Return out mean goods are going out. It should be credited, but overcast, opposite side debit would be chosen. Nothing is present to be written on credit side. To fill the space, we will write suspense over here. Now let's see what was the amount. 450 would be written on debit side, and same amount we are going to write on credit side. B entry is completed. Let's see what C entry is saying to us. We have already understood inward mean goods are coming in, and again inward is in entry number C, undercast. So I'm sure that some of you have already made this entry. Return in undercast. Return in undercast. Here you can see that. Okay. Return in goods are coming in. It should be debited. And undercast, we have the rule in undercast we write at the same place. Return in debit. In undercast we will write at the same side, that means debit, and nothing is present to be written on credit side. Up till then we will write suspense account. Return in amount is 1600. Let's post 1600 on debit side, and same amount would be written on credit side. C entry is completed. Now we will see D entry. Return outward undercast. This has already been discussed. Return out. Here we will write the narration. Return out is undercast. Return out means goods are going out. That means should be written on credit side. Out, goods are going out. So it should be written on credit side. In case of undercast, we write at the same place. So we will write return in, return out on credit side. Nothing is present to be written on debit side. Up till then we will write suspense over here. D entry is completed. Amount was 1300. Let's put 1300 on debit side, and same amount we will post on credit side. In this way our D entry is completed, and we are now going to see next entry. Here we should remove this line because last question was of 4 parts and now it is 5th part. So let's start our E entry, and now you will come to know why we have made these two columns. These two columns would be used now. E entry, rent paid. Okay, half of this entry would be done first. Rent paid. It means rent is your expense. Rent was supposed to be written on debit side. This is what? This is your actual entry. Why I'm writing? So that you can understand well. So rent to was actual entry. Please understand, actual entry of rent paid. Rent is an expense and expense should be written on debit side. So what mistake we have done? Debited to landlord's personal account or personal name. We have written landlord's personal account. Landlord personal account has been written instead of rent. Your first target is to understand what mistake we have done. Please see, actually, this is your actual entry. Actually, you were supposed to write rent. First mistake we have done, we haven't written the name of rent. Instead of writing rent, we have written landlord name. This was the mistake. How would we rectify it? We will be doing it step by step. First, rent was required to be written and it has not been written. There is a mistake. You were supposed to write rent and you haven't written. How you will rectify? You will say, okay, now I reminded that I was supposed to write rent. I haven't written. I accept my mistake and I will write now. Where? On the same side. So rent was supposed to be written on debit side and we haven't written. When we realized, we have now written the rent on debit side. It wasn't written before. Second mistake, landlord name was not required to be written. Landlord name was not required to be written. So we cannot use eraser, we cannot use we cannot have cutting upon it, we cannot use rubber over here, or we cannot use whitener over here, we cannot delete it. So how would we rectify? We want to finish this landlord name. So in that case, if we will write landlord to the opposite side, this would automatically be deleted. It has been written on debit side, so we will write landlord name on credit side, it would automatically be defected. So narration was rent was named as landlord, and you will write that now rectified, and we have small space here, you can write for all of the transactions, all of the narrations, you will add this word now rectified. In the similar way, you will write over here as well, now rectified. Here too, now rectified. Alright, and the amount was 2000. So we will write 2000 over here, and same 2000 would be written on credit side. So guys, in this way, we have completed all of the 5 entries. You are most welcome if you feel any difficulty, any problem, any misunderstanding. Why I'm saying welcome? You can share your problem through text messages, comments, or you can directly me to share the difficulty you are feeling. I will try my best to answer your queries instantly. Our 5 entries completed. That means question is completed. All entries are in front of you. It's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.